Hello, nope, that's not how I'm doing it now. I gotta like break the cycle. Hello, damn it. Hello, everyone. This is another episode of Streaming Junkies. We're the continuity crew. I'm Will. That's Win. And today we are reviewing Coda, the Best Picture winner. The Oscars happened a couple weeks back, so we thought we'd pick up Coda. We've done a lot of the Oscar nominees, but this one Best Picture, so we thought we'd run it back and do this one. So this was streaming on Apple TV. It had a slight theatrical release. And I think it's going back into some theaters since it did win Best Picture. But Coda,
this is not a movie for theater experience. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah. But we're gonna talk about that. But Coda, if you do not know, stands for Child of Deaf Adults. So that's what that stands for. But
that's for my ignorance out there.
What's up?
What's up?
So as we do here on the Continuity Crew, we always start with our reviews. We do two ratings. We do we do critical and entertainment value, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Win, what do you say for critical rating for Coda?
I'll give it a 6.5.
6.5
out of 10.
10.
Where's that from? IGN? A 1 out of 5. What is that from?
I don't know.
Machinima?
Maybe. You were much more into them than I was.
Fair enough.
For me, I'm going to go just a tad bit higher than you. I'm going to give it a 7. I thought it was a sweet movie, and we'll talk about that. Entertainment value, what do you say?
A 6.5 again. Yeah.
Solid 6.5 movie for you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. And that's something I want to talk about once we get into the reviewing of this. I don't think this deserved Best Picture.
Wait, hold on. Did this win Best Picture?
Yeah, that's why we're doing this.
What? I thought it just won Best Supporting Actor.
Which I think is really cool, and whether he deserved it or not, I think that's cool.
I was gonna say
this one Best Picture, and I think Best Adapted Screenplay.
What?
I'll confirm that in a second. But after my entertainment value, I'm just gonna give it a 7. Give it a straight 7. So we're kind of the same on that.
I genuinely did know that this one Best Picture.
Yeah, this one it won 3 Oscars. So Best Supporting Actor, Best Picture. Yep, Best Adapted Screenplay.
Wow.
See, a supporting actor and even adapted screenplay, sure. Best Picture though,
no,
not at all. I'm gonna pull up the other nominees on my phone. But what'd you think about Coda?
I hate to say it, but I think King Richard deserved that more than this.
I think almost everything deserved,
or everything else. Yeah, maybe not like Lucille. What is that one? Something with Lucille Ball.
I don't think that movie got nominated for Best Picture.
Not Best Picture, no, Best Actor. Yeah.
So just real quick, Best Picture nominees: Nightmare Alley, Don't Look Up. Maybe not Don't Look Up. Dune, Drive My Car, which I still need to watch. It's on HBO Max. Belfast, Licorice Pizza, The Power of the Dog, West Side Story, King Richard, and Coda.
Dune for sure.
So I could make an argument for all of these for when even Don't Look Up I think could like compete against Coda. Like I don't want to bash this movie in a sense. It just doesn't deserve Best Picture though. Cuz I think this is a really cute and like genuinely good story about Coda, a child of deaf adults. I think that
it's a cool insight.
Yeah, everyone had like a good performance. I do think Best Supporting Actor, that was fair. But this for Best Picture is something.
No, I don't know. I don't.
And well, let's talk more about the movie before we kind of maybe talk about that a little more. But I really do like this movie. I think it felt genuine. It was sweet. I cried in this movie at the end.
Yeah, this movie, I cried there too.
Oh shit. That's crazy. It's just so it really touches you. They set a good atmosphere and show what she's feeling, what the parents are feeling. It's just just a heartwarming movie. It's really sweet. Best Picture.
It's for sure not a movie that you'd expect to be nominated for Oscars.
True.
At all. Like,
hey, maybe Apple TV like really shelled out the money.
No, they're getting into that stuff, man. Because like, look at what they did with the Emmys. Like, they've won a shit ton of Emmys, so they've definitely paid for that shit. Money. Yeah, and Oscars, yeah, God.
We'll talk about that a little more. Just what are your thoughts on Coda though?
The first thing I put on here was, who the bullies deaf people? Like,
yeah, I know.
Like, what are you doing, man? If you're bullying deaf people, I feel like you deserve to be shot in the leg.
Shot in the ear, so they're deaf too.
Yeah, like,
not even in the ear, just by. So
yeah,
really deaf. Yeah.
Like, why? I don't get that. I don't know if it was the writer. Well, I guess the writer and director are about the same. I don't know if it was the writer or the original, like where it was adapted from. But this has a very boomer sense of like bullying and love story. Like the love story was like, God.
So I will say this felt like a Netflix movie.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. The bullying part was just like, who laughs at kids while they're walking by their locker?
Yeah.
Anymore. Nobody does that anymore. They bully them online. Come on, get with the program. Yeah, this movie kind of made me sad because that was something that I never really thought of. Where like it's like, you know, parents. I mean, kids with deaf parents or like children of deaf adults. I didn't think about that before. I didn't know that existed. Sort of. Yeah.
I mean, it's very like a specific circumstance, but it's like it happens, and it's just really interesting. And even I think anyone can really relate to this of growing out of kind of your parents, like not shadow, but like growing away from your parents and stuff. Like not even if they're just deaf. Like this is kind of a story of growing up for this young girl. So
yeah, this one was a way different story though from like any sort of disconnecting with your parents or going to college kind of thing. Like she did have a level of responsibility.
It's actually like she had a responsibility, and it's kind of a thing to do, and it's kind of hard. It's harder to leave than just like, I don't want to leave my small town. Like she actually has kind of a family to take care of, and it's shown really well in this movie.
Yeah, I was gonna go straight into like understanding why this got like 6 Oscars, but definitely or 3. Or nominated for 6, or
it probably got nominated.
It got nominated by a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But there's definitely one thing that shouldn't have been nominated for, and I think it was writing. Writing was one of them.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that like best adapted screenplay, I don't know, man, because like this felt so much more of a Netflix movie, or even I hate to say it, but. You know, where Arrow, what is that? What is the network?
CW.
Yeah, even a CW kind of thing.
I may have only been 3 because that's all I'm seeing. It may have won everything it was nominated for.
Fucking hell.
Which is kind
great.
of crazy.
That's great.
Like, good for them. It's just, it blows my mind.
Yeah.
I think I like that nobody's talking about like I haven't seen any film people that I follow or anything talk about how this won Best Picture because of the slap.
Oh yeah.
Like that took over the internet
very quickly.
Still think it's fake.
I don't know where they are. I didn't see where they shot this movie, or not shot, but like where this was set at. Was this a real story?
I believe so.
It doesn't surprise me. Good for her though. If it was real and that girl actually went into what is it, Stanford? No, Berkeley. For singing, that's great. Story wise, it was kind of a mess. Just to get into that, I do think that like they rushed it.
Yes,
and there was definitely a lot of plot holes.
It felt short for.
Yeah.
I mean, they got everything they needed to, but it did feel kind of short.
Yeah, and for a movie that's nominated for an Oscar, the editing and some of the editing, not all of it, and the way that the story flows was very amateurish almost. I'm not. That sounds so insulting, but I mean it in a Netflix kind of way.
Yeah,
because a lot of Netflix stuff does feel very amateurish.
Like it's still a movie, but
yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Coda, I think it wasn't as written as well. And someone definitely watched a couple of movies and was like, I'm gonna steal that and I'm gonna put it in my adapted screenplay.
Yeah.
Or what the director and the writer, they're the same people. Like that scene where like you get it behind my back and you know we can sing and strum the guitar. That's definitely from somewhere, and I feel like I've seen that from somewhere. I think it might have been
It's been probably like 2 months since I watched this movie.
Really?
Yeah, I watched this like it's whenever the nominations came out because I watched this.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
I didn't even hear about this movie. I thought it was like a thing about fish. I don't know why.
Well, there's fishing in it.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. No, I think it was just the name. I didn't get Coda at first. So, anything else about this movie?
Nothing really, just the fact that it didn't deserve Best Picture, and that's kind of my take on it. And that's kind of the big glaring thing over it. I think it's a really sweet movie. It's a really cute story about family and stuff, but I just don't think it deserves the picture and the Best Picture.
You said this earlier. It is on that level of like Netflix and some comedy kind of movies, like like the ones that you'd see from Adam Sandler, some shit like that, right? Like maybe some drama. But yeah, I don't think this deserved Best Picture. I mean, it certainly does deserve like the Best Supporting Actor, not the writing either. Maybe cinematography was all right, but it didn't break anything. There wasn't like a breakthrough, and it wasn't. Also, something I noticed, Apple, you know how like Sony has a look, and
Apple
they kind of
does too.
Apple now has a look,
yes,
and
they do.
They definitely stick with it because like you now see it in their TV shows, in majority of their movies.
It does. I would agree.
It's all flat. It's like their goddamn iPhones.
Yeah, that's
it looks like a shot
at
of
the
iPhone.
end. At the end, there's no like camera work. It's just like one guy, and it's a shot on an iPhone.
Yeah, I think it was sad, but it's on that level of Dog. Now that I think about it, like how sad it was and how heartbreaking it was, and
like we weren't the biggest fans of Power of the Dog, but I still think it should have won Best Picture.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of movies I liked more biasly, like Nightmare Alley. Like I'm biased towards it, but I still think it was a better movie in the long run over Coda. So I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. Apple paid the Academy in the end.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fault it for all that much because I don't really like the Oscars all that much. Yeah. Anything that has to do with awards for me is so, I don't know, meaningless.
Yeah, I just thought it was something to talk about because everyone, like I said, everyone's been talking about the slap and not how this won Best Picture. So this is why we ran back to this one. But
before we end it though, what did you think of this movie if you saw it? Because I'm definitely curious if you're one of those people that thought that this deserved Best Picture or this doesn't.
Yeah, I would love to see that because like one thing I remember is when Green Book won Best Picture a while ago, and I was like, I can see that. A lot of people were not happy about that. I was like, I can see it. Maybe it didn't deserve it. Maybe it did. I could still see that one. This one, I'm like, I just don't see it. So
yeah, and I'm pretty sure. What is it called? Moonlight.
Yes,
I see that deserving.
Yes,
of an Oscar, because like that level of like storytelling is just incredible. I don't know about this one though. So yeah, it's very Netflix. Yeah, I think you're right on that part. I didn't even think about that until now. It does have a very flat look, and I definitely don't think cinematography deserves that if they did get nominated for that.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Coda. That's our Coda review for our episode of Streaming Junkies. Thank y'all for watching. We've been the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Dakota.
That's when, like I said, thank y'all for watching. Like if you enjoyed, comment down below. Did you like this movie? What are your thoughts on it? And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. Yeah. As always, we love movies and we love y'all. And we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.
Love you long time.